So the bus, it's a fantastic thing that I work on. It's an idea that came about because we stumbled over it. We went to a furniture store and we saw this bus with a kitchen on the back, and me and my boss just looked at it and started laughing and thinking, this is it, we need to get this sort of thing on the streets in the area that we were working on. And we went away, bought a bus and converted it into a mobile youth facility. And just getting it on the road was an exciting process, the way that God just totally provided for what we were doing. We had these electrical stores giving us funding, we had paint guys volunteering to paint the bus free of charge. We just had a whole host of people saying, we'll provide this because we believe in what you're doing, going out there onto the streets. Never mind the Christian aspect, just going out onto the streets and working with these young people is something that really excited them. The police came in and said, when you're on the street, there's a 95% reduction in antisocial behaviour amongst the children in the area that we're working on. So they're on board. The county council then came in and said, we love what you're doing, will you target different areas? And so we've grown into this organisation that has a respect from these the police and the county council and other bodies, professional bodies, and they see what we're doing and they see that it's working. And what they realise also is that we're Christians, and they realise that we're not about bashing people over their head with the Bible, but we're into sharing with them and just coming alongside young people and being a positive role model to them is what they see. What they don't see maybe is what we are about as well. We are about taking Christ onto the streets, and to have a conversation with kids is fantastic. So the bus is 30 years old and it's coming to the end of its life, and God's been amazing to us. He's provided another bus fully painted and sign written, and it's just been fantastic the way he's done that. And it means that we can move the work on, we can take it to the next level, and that means that we're out on the streets more, we can fit more people on the bus, the facilities can get better. The first 18 months of the work, we had a huge problem with young people. A group of 5 or 6 lads where they would come to the bus, and I have 2 rules on the bus. One is respect, and the other one is you don't come under the influence of drink or drugs. And these lads were coming and they were drinking and taking drugs, and I had to stand there and say no. And I had massive issues. I've had weapons pulled out on me, and all these things are happening on the bus, and guys wanting to come on. And for 18 months we had a huge problem with them coming, and they just came along, tried to get on the bus, and I was there standing and saying, no, you're not coming. But after 18 months, they realised that I wasn't going to budge, and we weren't going to budge as an organisation. And then they came and they said, we're going to come straight-headed in street talk. And they came along, and it was just fantastic, because those guys who would come and cause me problems were now coming and saying, thanks for still being here. That's what they were saying by their actions. We respect you and we're going to come. And one lad threw his arm around us and said, thanks for being there, and I respect you. So it was just fantastic. We've got amazing opportunities to get out there on the streets. The kids who we work with won't go into churches. Some won't even go into ordinary youth clubs because they don't like the rules. But as we are on the streets, we get a chance just to get alongside them, to love them. And I believe that that love is from Christ, because many people have walked away from these young people. Many people have distanced themselves because they're unable to work with them or feel it's too much hard work. For me, that's the kind of young people I want to work with. I want to work with the people who are disenfranchised from society, who don't necessarily know what it means to have love in their life. And I just want to come alongside them and say, actually, there is somebody who cares. That's me, I care, but there's somebody else who cares, and that's God. And if I can come alongside them in that and be a voice for God, in their everyday life and their streets. It's a great place to live, but it's needing God at the heart of it, and that's what we want to do. We want to take God into the heart of this city.